Greetings everyone and welcome back to Stellaris and to the Eos Commonwealth, where we are continuing to map the stars, though in fact there aren't that many more stars to map, really. Also, Envoy Secunda Heterius has died at the age of 86. That's fine, we've already got a new envoy who's risen the ranks and has replaced them. It's very, very efficient as I need of my diplomats, frankly. Yes, we don't actually have very much more room for us to explore out in these stars. It's going to take us very little time to have finished mapping all of the stars that we presently can, since stars in other nations are already fully explored for all intents and purposes. So we're not going to need that map the stars edict very much longer, which will be an occasional sync over here taken out, which would be quite nice. It's not an ongoing sync, it's just an occasional bump there. We have got some planets which we could now colonize based on the species that are part of the Empire. I am tempted, but also a little hesitant considering how bad our Empire sprawl already is. We really do need to kind of ring that in. On that note, we are currently building an administrative office on Aavak, and under technology, we're about 8 months out from getting a boost to our admin cap. So that's going to be the focus for us, trying to ring in the wild Empire sprawl that we have, and possibly once that's done, start looking for some worlds to colonize. Now, if we do colonize a world that we've currently consecrated, we're going to have to find a new world to consecrate in its place. But that's going to be the focus for me for the next little while. I shall bring you back when there's something to report. Oh, before we go, it appears there is something to report in the galactic community. Okay, let's have a quick look. We're already supporting from the galactic market. Oh, senators in recess. Sorry. So what is it that you wanted to report to us exactly? What has gone down in here? We have crept back up. We're now in 4th place once again. It doesn't look like there is actually too much that we need to look at. I really would like to pull the Guardian Angels Act up a little bit. Repeal Pangalactic recycling initiatives. That does not really surprise me over much, I'm going to be honest with you. Just to remind you of what the Pangalactic recycling initiatives are. There we go. If we have a look in here, it is a debuff to the diplomatic weight from economy. So naturally, someone with an incredibly strong economy doesn't like it. Nevertheless, I'm going to vote that down. Hopefully, that never even reaches the floor, but if it does, we'll automatically vote against it. So, there we go. Continuing on then with our quote-unquote expansion. Really, it's a conquest, but it's a conquest through gifts and favor, rather than through military force. But that is an option, should the favor fail. Just leaving that out there. Nothing is off the table yet. Well, it seems that Governor Dodal just perished moments ago. I was just about to drop a cut in there. And it seems that we have an opportunity to get a governor with a big boost to bureaucrats. I think so, yes, please. And in fact, you're going to be moving over to govern the Aavak sector. But first, we need to find out your name. All hail Governor Clueless. Not the best name. Look, I don't get to choose these names, all right? This is just the way that goes. But now that we have you in there, let's go ahead and pop you there. And hopefully, there we go. We've seen a little bit of a boost there. Up to 77. I approve very much. Sorry, Dodal. What a horrible way to begin the episode. The geoscape of Gamma Draconis 7A is dominated by what appears to be to be a silvery metallic crystals of dimensions never before seen. From orbit, they eerily resemble skyscrapers. Closer study is warranted. Oh, indeed. An archaeological site discovered. Now, where was this discovered exactly? Okay, well, we've got well, we will have to be very aggressive in expanding out there in order to capture that area, but I don't think that's necessarily outside of our abilities. In fact, we're already moving in that direction as is. As long as we can cap this area off, then we curb your expansion, and that is really my focus right now. We need to stop your aggressive expansion in this direction. Oh, Gelsbig Foundation. Holy Tribunal, Spiritual Seekers. Ever feel like your life is all about the have-tos and never about the want-tos, Eos? Here at Gelsbig Foundation, we live for doing the things you don't want to, so that you don't have to. Enter a commercial pact with us and maximize the meaningfulness of your existence. I mean, sure, I don't actually see any reason not to. I agree. And research completed. My lord, the last couple of months, am I ever actually going to lay down a time skip? I don't know. Maybe this episode is just going to be wall-to-wall events. Improved algorithms for processing and organizing vast amounts of data have streamlined decision-making and information sharing throughout the Empire. Very well. What are we going to go for next, then? We could go for the boost to research. We've got 2 nice boosts there. What? That? Wow. Why have we already partially got this one? I don't know. Starbase capacity, crime down, amenities up. No, I think we're going to go grab this 20% there and start making a bit of a dent. Detailed analysis of the enormous metallic crystals dominating Gamma Draconis 7A's landscape have defied all expectations. Science Officer Tom Scaper is excited to reveal that these oversized crystals are in fact composed of trillions upon trillions of deactivated nanites. Their molecular structure matches no known Empire's nanotechnology signatures, making their point of origin indeterminable. They may have been deposited on the planet by some unknown spacefarers for an unknown purpose. As far as Tom Scaper can tell, the nanites compiled themselves into perfectly oriented crystalline lattices and replicated until a point at which they became deactivated. While the crystals they created do in fact resemble buildings, they are entirely uniform in composition and cannot possibly have served any such purpose. Ooh, Elgate insight gained. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Also, we've got natural sanctuaries. Let's have a look at you. Diplomacy weight from economy minus 40%. Pop consumer goods upkeep minus 5%. Clear blocker time plus 25%. And pop amenity units. That is really good for us. And it's a continuation of the Pan-Galactic recycling initiatives. I am fully in support of this one. Oh, yes. Well, the year is 2259 and we have unlocked the next Federation level. This is fantastic. Our new Federation perks are now active. Let's go and have a look at what those are. Federal attaches, the arbiters of the Federation agenda. Our envoys are savvy and active in their efforts to improve the sense of belonging and mutual benefit between our members. Gain 1 unity for each envoy assigned to the Federation. Now, as far as I'm aware, we're doing pretty well, but that unity would not go amiss. Currently, there are 3. We're all providing 1, so we're gaining 3 unity just from that. Interior lines, well-charted and patrolled hyperspace corridors within our territory permit unparalleled freedom of movement, allowing our navies to rapidly concentrate wherever required. Ship speed is increased by 10% while in Federation space. And sanctity of office. Rising to the highest office in our Federation is no royal coronation. It is a limitless commitment in service to all sentient life. Nevertheless, the presidency does come with a great deal of prestige. Federal influence gain +1. Okay, well that was pretty amazing. Let's... Oh, my lord, your economic power is just getting kind of out of hand. I'm gonna be honest. Let's go and have a quick gander. We got some very nice fleets. Now the Federation fleets are fairly chunky. 33 corvettes there, 1 corvette here, and 3 corvettes there. Really, they should probably all just merge, frankly. In terms of laws, what have we unlocked? Federation centralization medium. The Federation has a good deal of influence over its members while still allowing some independent governing. Unlocks the following laws: fleet contribution medium, vote weight diplomatic, and free migration enabled. Monthly cohesion -2. Okay, some laws are locked and require increasing the centralization to unlock them. The Federation must first level up to gain access to a higher centralization. Well, let's have a quick look. What would that unlock specifically? Fleet contribution wouldn't be a bad one to have a nice big chunky fleet. Vote weight, diplomatic. Votes are determined by diplomatic weight. More influential members wield more power. At the moment, that is very much not good for us. Absolutely not good for us. War declaration, I'm leaning more towards majority vote, but right now I kind of like invite members being majority vote. Separate treaties, no, that's fine. Free migration. Migration treaties are free and automatic between all Federation members. Now, this one would be really nice. I am totally down with that. The monthly cohesion loss, I mean, that would be rough. Monthly cohesion -2. We would need to assign more envoys to be able to hold this going for us if we did that. At least one more envoy. Might not be a bad thing to do, though. Though, at the moment, the only thing that would realistically offer is this. Monthly cohesion will go down a little bit more. And do any of these add cohesion? Not really. I mean, the free migration would be okay, but I've already got migration treaties with everyone in the Federation anyway, so... that was a bit of a tough one. I think we're going to leave it as is. If my allies vote for it, I will be backing this. But I don't want to necessarily move towards diplomatic, although obviously you might. In fact, you might as well, because you're not the lowest, but still, I'd rather not give the keys to the kingdom away so willingly. For now, it's just nice to have a higher tier Federation. Oh-ho! We have just completed modular construction, and now we can exploit the resource exotic gases. Now that should give us access to this planet. I've tried to build the energy well there before, the energy production here, but I couldn't seem to build a gatherer here. And it may be that with this on that planet as well, it limits me from gathering anything. So my hope is that this is going to unlock that, and I can then tap into that glorious 10 energy credits and 5 exotic gases as well. So that's actually going to be a big one for us. 43 months away. We're currently investigating some new aliens as well. Let's see how long along that one is. Only 2 months away. Now, I'm fanciful that these are in fact going to be marauders. We'll see how that one goes down, but hopefully, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing if they are.
Registered.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Was unable to build a mining station. Resources have been refunded. Very well. What do we got here? The debris field at 4XR1 is part of Royals and Swirls under the influence of unknown forces. Very well. Research that. Tom Scaper has gained a new perk, I believe Spark of Genius. Well done, you. We have also got Senate is now in session. The Senate floor is in session. The galactic community is now voting on a new resolution to decide if it will become galactic law. Pretty much everyone is in favor of Form the Galactic Market, and I am absolutely thrilled by this one. What's going to be up next? It'll be the Readied Shield that will be going up next, which will give a bit more fleet power and naval capacity, but ships will cost a little bit more to maintain. That's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, honestly. I'm pretty happy with getting that one on the go, so we'll close that down right now. Fleet order cancelled. Was unable to build a mining station. Well, okay, then you go ahead and move over here in the next location. Once we've actually isolated this, I'm going to be so incredibly happy. Though we'll probably continue to expand out a little bit, but at that point we really do need to start sweeping back through and picking up all of these wonderful places. Look at that, 9 trade. There's 2 trade over here as well. No trade there, though. The nearest good trade location, I think this one is reaching out to 2. If we could expand it up to 3, then it would be able to grab that trade by itself. That would save me a lot. But over here, it would be better for me to just build a single station here and just grab this lot. In fact, that is going to cause piracy. There is no 2 ways about that. Our small anti-pirate fleet right now, just doing the route between these stations. So if we don't have to expand out all the way over there too soon, then I'll be happy with that one. But the Empire continues to expand.
The special project has concluded.
Pentland Marauders encountered. Well, I was expecting this. We have made first contact with the Pentland Marauders, a nomadic civilization. They occupy a number of large space stations in and around the Remnants system, but house the bulk of their massive numbers in crowded and squalid conditions. Despite this, or perhaps because of it, they seem to have developed a strong martial culture. Life in the Cold Void has become second nature to them, and they are very adept at space warfare. There is no Penthulan central government to speak of. Instead, they are divided into several different factions that vie endlessly with one another for resources and respect. Given their large population and shipbuilding capabilities of their stations, this constant infighting is the only thing keeping them from growing into a significant threat to galactic peace. Attempt to contact them. Outsiders, we are the Penthulan. Unlike the civilized star nations of this galaxy, I imagine they say civilized with some degree of venom, we have no single master to lord over us. But I have been chosen to convey this message to you on behalf of all of the houses. Do not try to impose your soft and effete ways upon us. You may freely send your alien ships into Penthulan territory, but do not expect them to return. Our warriors will welcome the diversion, however. Transmit on this frequency only if you wish to offer tribute, or if you have need of mercenaries, as well as the means to pay for them. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say we're not going to go down that route, but we're probably not going to go down that route. And it's time for another election. Okay, is Casa going to be able to win again? She's got a 45% chance of earning this vote. Up is down. Oh no. As the ISS Calipus passed through the asteroid belt on its way to 4XR1, Science Officer Vanya Loswin reported that the ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. Ever curious, Vanya Loswin dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. It turns out that the culprit is a number of gravity generators of old alien make, sputtering on a dying energy source, and with their polarities inverted, they occasionally spew reverse gravity into the void, though not with enough force to cause any serious harm. Not anymore. Science Officer Vanya Loswin theorizes that the generators once provided artificial gravity for a large asteroid in the belt, but some malfunction eventually tore the rock apart. A disturbing thought, but we gained a good chunk of research there. Once again, we're not going to push for anything here.
Construction completed.
Hopefully, well, to be honest, given their ages, I'm hoping for one of the younger candidates to win. Let's have a look at how this went. As per the revered Elder's mandate, our resource production has improved, and we've just gained a wallop load of unity there. Very, very nice indeed. And we are actually now a little bit overfull. Let's pause that for a second. Ruler elected. Elder Casa will rule until the next election. Okay, well, I mean, Elder Casa, hopefully you last until the next election. I'm not going to lie, you're getting up there now in age. Venerable is not even the word for it. Right, okay, so we have got a resource storage full, so we need to sell some things off. Let's go ahead and just dump a whole 10k, whoop pow, like that, and there we are. Problem solved. Now, as for the situation log, it does look like we have completed... Oh, did I get rid of the wrong thing? It may be that I did. That's unfortunate. Revered Elder Casa was elected on a platform of expanding Eos urban centers by constructing at least 2 additional city districts. Oh, that's easily going to be something we can do, because we're currently building a new one on New Frontiers, so I'll just add a second one and boom, there we go. That's already taken care of. But it does appear the situation log is complete, but it doesn't well, oh well, I guess we haven't got any info on that one. Oh, that's right, it was the portal. The dimensional portal on New Frontiers leads to a dimension of pure entropy. It's difficult to even get sensor readings because the very energy of our pings is rapidly dissipated. Our best theory is that this null void is a dimension where the majority of 0-point energy is negative, and so any positive energy which was once present has long since been used up. Knowing this, it might be possible to construct a weapon which can use the null void's energy destruction offensively. Fascinating. Research option gained, null void beam, and tech progress gained 50% on that. Dimensional portal resource will also provide dark matter. Well. That is going to be glorious. The moment we have 5 people here, that's the first thing we're going to build. I know this is meant to be a bureaucratic area. I've actually set this zone back to colony just to speed up pop growth speeds. I really shouldn't have changed its designation that early. Envoy Tula has died at the age of 92. Rest in peace. Please, Fs in comments. We will soon have jobs and indeed housing plenty, but things are going relatively well. We've also managed to expand all the way up here. Now, where are we going to go next is a big question. That would be amazing for a space base if we could grab these 2 areas. And indeed, I would like to get out there and try and prevent any further expansion in that direction from the Gelsbig Foundation. But look at our land. It's very, very windy right now. I currently have one of our construction ships heading back. I'm hoping to expand over here because there's quite a lot of resources there to gather, and that would no doubt help us. But have a look at this. Our Empire Sprawl is continuing to sprawl out of control. Really, I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to lie, but things are progressing at pace, and at least that's something. But I really do need to get down some more research if it is at all possible. So I'm going to be looking for opportunities to build some more research labs in the near future. You've cleared out the problems over there. Oh, dear me. Now then, I wouldn't mind grabbing this location if I could. Have we got any science ships nearby? We don't, technically speaking. How about I get you down there? Please go there and research these two. Says everyone's just pouring in there right now. That is a little bit frustrating, I must confess. What about you? What are you up to right now? You're currently checking out these systems. I think we need a new science ship. Yes, I think it's long overdue. Okay, let's go ahead and get a new science ship built. And then we're going to need a new scientist to man the ship. But I'll get to that as soon as we're ready. Oh, mandate unfulfilled. Our Reverend Elder's reign has come to an end with their election campaign promise unfulfilled. Damn it, Gaza, couldn't you have held out for like just a few more moments? This is the problem with electing someone sold. Rip Gaza, you served us for a very long time. You served us well for a very, very long time. As things go, unfulfilling that particular mandate wasn't too bad because we'd only just gotten it. So, you know, as far as things could go, dying just after getting elected, that was your last service to the Eos Commonwealth. Please, let's not elect Liarden because that's just going to be annoying. I'm going to be honest. Education edict affecting our empire has expired. Oh, no. Okay, well, I might need to save up a little bit and get some more edicts in place. But we'll find out who wins the election in just a moment.
Anomalous readings registered.
Observing a massive asteroid, HAL 109D. We have found something. Further investigation is warranted. Okay. Also says to pick up activity from an isolated point on White Fund 5's frozen surface. Okay, you go for that one. And you definitely go for this one. The name HAL is, in and of itself, source for some concern. Now, our Forge world, our ally foundry. Now, our robotic workers can't service Forge. They can only do low-level jobs. So, I mean, we could just go straight down and lay down another foundry. It's not like we're not just producing ridiculous amounts of minerals. That would be helpful, I would say. But let's have a look at what our options are. I was just saying how we wanted some research labs. That's a tricky one. Temple as well is quite a nice one, since it converts consumer goods into Unity, society research, and amenities. But I kind of like having a temple on every world, I'll be honest with you. Still, the idea of getting another alloy foundry, that would be very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. We're currently trading some away, and we might be able to just curb that. No, we're going to get another alloy foundry, I think. Let's get that one underway. Okay, going on until the elections. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Tom Scaper has been elected revered elder of the Eos Commonwealth. Fantastic. Well done, Tom. Long may you rule here. Well done indeed. Now, the unfortunate part about that, actually, well, let's go ahead and just double check. What were your abilities? Architectural sense. Building cost minus 10%, district cost minus 10%, planet build speed up by 10%, and fortifier. Starbase upgrade cost is 10% cheaper, and defense platform build cost is a third. Wow. That's actually not bad at all. But unfortunately, we're now going to need 2 new science ships. Or rather, 2 new scientists. Well, you know, no time like the present, I suppose. Let's go ahead and grab 2 new scientists then. Now, these ones will be running science ships. What kind of expertise? We've already got military expertise. We don't have basic materials, and we don't have new worlds. Okay, so we're going to be grabbing you two. And no, we'll be grabbing this as well. Okay, well, let's find out what your names are. And we have Rui and Sandman. Thank you ever so much, both of you, for your continued support of the channel. And you are actually the first Banthurian scientist, I believe. Well done both. Right, let's get our ship set up. We're going to give you Rui, there we go. And the newest science ship will be getting Sandman. Fantastic. Right, Sandman, I'm going to want you to help us getting these surveyed as quickly as you can. Well, actually, you're going to both of them. I could... Well, if you go here, then we'll get both of these surveyed as pretty fast, and then from there, you can spread out and just do more and more surveying. That should be a good use of our time. But if that planet is worth it, then I would very much like to get in there. 13, potential 13 space planet. That is nothing to be sniffed at. Nothing to be sniffed at all. Vacuan, I could consecrate this world. It would cost us 50 influence. Well, that would then free up one of these worlds. That's a 12, and we have a 10 over there. This is nice and close to our core planet. It would be a nice one to get in there. It does have hazardous weather, though, so habitability is down by 10% and happiness is down, but energy credits is up by a lot. That might be another good generator world, and boosting our economy would not be a bad thing. I think that is exactly what we're going to do. But first, let's go and check our edicts. What do we have active right now? Well, education campaign. Let's drop some money on that. Nanite actuators. Simply put, simple but powerful nano actuators allowing for complex manipulators and manipulation experiments at mesoscopic scales. Research speed plus 10%. That is an expensive one. We'd only be able to do that once, but for 11 years and 6 months we'd get... I can't think of many things that would be better than that. Sure, we're gonna drop that down. Let's get that going. Diplomatic grants, I would very much like to get going again. Immigration pull would be good as well. There's a lot of things here. Map the Stars unfortunately ended a little while ago, and it's taking some time to build up the influence we need to get more. That one's a bit of a problem. Yeah, without wars, without rivalries, getting influence is a difficult one. Still, it's not awful, I suppose. Volatile munitions, reactive armor, no, nothing else we really want to get going there. For the time being, I think consecrating the world up here and then switching over and colonizing this one is our better play. So let's go ahead. Decisions. Consecrate. There we go. And hopefully it does not cost us anything to revoke the consecration here. Have a quick look. It does, actually. I wonder if we can still just straight up colonize it regardless. Now let's have a look at who we have in our colony. Honestly, you look fine. Pop consumer goods upkeep, defensive army, leader lifespan, alpine preference, sedentary pop growth from immigration is lower, but that's fine. How about we get a new planet? And you know what? I think we're going to go with Lapsang Prime. There we go. Let's get Lapsang completely colonized. This is going to be a great day. I'm hoping that will automatically deconsecrate the planet. We'll see how that one goes. We believe that the Eos Commonwealth and the League of Gaga have much to offer one another. We suggest entering into a mutually beneficial commercial pact. I mean, these commercial pacts, though, they're starting to really eat away at my influence. All right. I'm in it. I'll risk it for a biscuit. Let's get that going. I mean, it's not the worst thing. The research pact are the one that's really eating things, and the migration pact. I mean, perhaps that is a good reason for us to push for free migration treaties. that would cancel the 2 migration treaties that we've got there, and they are some of the biggest consumers of our influence right now. Let's go and revisit that option, shall we? I think we should. Okay. Now, we are going to have to pop in an extra envoy here, but I think it'll be worth it. Let's go. Dunk. I'm voting yes. How vote you, my neighbours? The Royalty Federation vote to change legislation has succeeded. That is marvellous. Let's go ahead and have a look right away. Supports the Republic of Pultran Og, but the Banthurian Trading Consortium, I mean, I'm not using all of my naval capacity right now. I wouldn't mind us having an even stronger fleet overall. But the main reason why I've gone for this, free migration. Let's get that one going. And there we are. Perfect. And there we go. Migration packs have dropped by about half of what we were paying for them. That is so much better, and that has pulled up our monthly gain a little bit. That is very, very good to see. Very good to see indeed. I am starting to wonder about just pulling out of the research packs that I've got, though. It's troublesome. It's very troublesome at the moment. And right now, technology costs are rising. It's not the best thing in the world, really. It's a difficult one to know what would be best. I don't think going for the prohibited... we wouldn't be able to push it through anyway. Oh, we've actually managed to jump up a little bit with economic power. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I think still keeping with the unanimous... I don't want anyone to be pulled into a war they don't want to be in. Vote weight. Now it's getting a little bit more useful for me to go for vote weight, but still I'm feeling like leaving that there. We might be able to get a fleet composition contribution changed. Let's have a look. Let's push this through. Let's go for a vote on that one and see. Yep, the Royalty Federation voted to change the legislation has succeeded. So there we go. We are now contributing a good hefty bit of our naval capacity towards the Federation fleet. There we are. It's up now to 74. Wow, that's a big upgrade. That fleet is going to be awesome, but each member's personal fleet somewhat massively reduced. I had a small fleet anyway, so it didn't actually hurt me. Probably not nearly as much as it hurt you, and that's probably why you were leaning away from that one. Now, the problem here is we are going to be losing a little bit, so it's probably time that I assign an envoy in here. The Mictor Keepers, we still can't move you. Let's actually check out my contacts for the moment. Let's reorganize my standing. They are improving our relations. We are improving our relations here. Their fleet power is overwhelming. That's a little bit frightening. We could possibly pull out of the research agreement with the Nixlax nation. Pultran Og's fleet power is overwhelming. Well, they are in control of the Federation fleet, so that makes sense. They are improving our relations. That's good. We have favors to elect there. They're improving our relations. I love the fact that the Fallen Empire is actively trying to improve our relations. That is glorious. But I think ultimately, maybe the Mictor Keepers, tiny little group that they are, it's time for us to sever our ties. We're allied to rivals. It's never really going to improve. I think, if nothing else, it is time for us to pull our envoy away from them. I don't think it's helping us in any real way. I think, instead, we're going to look elsewhere. Though, before we do, let's check out. Tell us about the mysteries of the universe. What do you know about the Algate? The Algate? Yes. Like the other great ways, they predate even the oldest stagnant ascendancy. Well, we are sure you've figured that out already. Why are they different? Where do they lead? We have opted not to delve too deeply into those particular mysteries. Thrice bitten, 0.17 shy. You know how it is. But we are willing to share some recent revelations that just might be related. For a price. 5,000 for that. Ouch. I mean, we don't even have an L gate in our area, so I'm not necessarily sure that it's worth going for. That'll probably be one of the last things we do. What else did you have to offer? What about the mysteries of the universe? The scavenger? Well, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing really here that we need from you. Nevertheless, it's time for us to pony up and help out with the cohesion here. We're going to pull our envoy from the Micton Keepers. And there we go. We'll keep the cohesion rising overall, and that should go a great way towards keeping us expanding. Level 4 is a good long way away, but the next things that we can hope to find are agree to disagree. There is no better crucible for trying out ideas than a heated debate, and dispute is a great tool when the aim is to build a stable future. Federation modifier. Failed Federation votes impose a 50% smaller cohesion penalty to the Federation. Okay, and stronger together, collective deterrence against hegemonic aggressors has preserved the fragile peace of this galaxy. We will stand together against all who threaten that order, whether from within or without. Damage to endgame crisis faction plus 25%. Now that'll be really nice. And historical ally. With a record of long, faithful cooperation with the Alliance, Federation members, who are of course free to vote as they choose, do tend to align on key issues over time. Of course they're free to vote. Don't mind the cannon just behind the curtain. No, look at me. Eyes on me, not on the cannon. You can put your vote wherever you want. I recommend not going towards the voting pod that's right in front of the cannon's barrel. I mean, that's just a dumb move, really. Research has been concluded. The year is 2263. It is March the 17th. And we have got exotic gas extraction. Oh, fantastic. I actually should have moved one of my scientists across there, thinking about it. That would have been a better use of their time. Right. We can build exotic gas refineries. I don't think we're going to need to. Fleet command limit plus 10, and the cruiser would be unlocked. That is so incredibly tempting. So incredibly tempting. Star Fortress as well is available. Coil guns. We do need to improve the strength of our fleet a little bit, I think. I am very, very tempted to go for this one. I think the coil guns are where we're going to be putting our research for now. Do we have anyone specifically spec'd into that research? No, we don't, so that's fine. That's okay for now. Right, I am currently moving my my construction fleet around. Let's get one of you down here where you can finally build a mining station. That is all we've been waiting for. For those who were wondering about the energy, it's just that we couldn't build it there whilst there were exotic gases there as well. Now, where is this colony ship? It is on its way. It will be built oh so soon, and that is truly glorious. We're currently reinforcing one of our fleets, our pirate deterrent fleet, and we have also got a fusion reactor. Fantastic. Right, to the Null Void Beam. Let's have a look at this one. Small Null Void Beam, plus 400% shield damage. Yads! Not very good against armor, but 400% better against shields. Wow. Putting that on a couple of ships in a fleet would do amazingly. And we're a good way towards having that one already completed. Oh, this is extremely tempting. Yes, I think that was an absolute. We 100% need this one. Do we have any particle physicists in amongst our scientists? No. Are there any particle physicists available? No, but there are some more geniuses. But no, we'll go without that. That's okay. You go ahead. And instead, we are now going to have a look at our ship designs. We need a bit of an upgrade. Though honestly, probably not much to change in most of these. We've only upgraded the energy. Now that does mean that we could afford to fit more shields on some of our craft, since that much energy is not specifically useful for us. And the excess power gives us an extra 2%. I think I would prefer though to have more deflectors. Like so. So yeah, let's get these ones. Yep, go ahead and overwrite that design. And we'll pop in these deflectors. When we didn't have the better energy sources, it was a little bit harder to fit that many shields on them, but I think that's okay for now. Alright, and with that, I should be able to get my fleets to all upgrade. go ahead. You're more than welcome to just quickly upgrade there. And indeed, down here, 4 ships will be upgraded. Yep, there we are. Let's get our fleet retrofit. Minding your own business. Deep within a crevice of the giant asteroid HAL 109D, we have found something astonishing. There is mining gear attached to the rock, digging itself into the vast depth of the asteroid. It stands abandoned with no sign of who placed it there. If we can stop the machine, we might be able to learn something about the technology used to build it, but we must hurry before random debris crushes it. Try and stop the machine? Yes, let's please. Right, let's have a look at this one. This is probably going to be a project where we need a construction ship. Yeah. Go to. This is quite far away. Oh, so far. Why? The pain. Alright, well, you were going down there. I'm not certain you're going to get here. Alright, let's have a look at the predicted time. 994 days. We have got 1,079 days to do it. Alright, well, we can do our best. We currently have the right to move through this sector, at the very least. That should give us the opportunity to just swoop through. And that's why we're going to be able to get down there as fast as we can. Oh, actually, no, we would need to be able to get through there. Ah, damn it. So we're going to have to go up and around. Oh, that's going to be rough. That is legitimately going to be a rough one. How many more areas in here have you got to scan? Because this area is starting to look bloody gorgeous. I very much want it. Tempted to have you veer off course and head over there instead then. Okay, go over there. We'll get this one set up sooner rather than later, but for now, we need to get down there. The Declare Saint Edict affecting our empire has expired, and that is extremely, extremely saddening. Let's go and have a look. How much would it be to declare another saint? An awful lot of influence. Well, monthly unity is a go for now then. Well, if we can get this all set up, then we absolutely need to try and take that. If we can. If we can get the influence we need whilst we're heading over there. T Prime is currently building a new energy grid. And that is going to give us a nice old hike to our income. Who have we lost? Envoy Agrippa. Oh, Agrippa has died at the age of 90. Well done, you. You led a good life. Right. Okay, so finally, New Frontiers. There are so many things that we would like to build here. So very many things. But of course, where is the dimensional portal? Dimensional portal research jobs +1. Oh, do we not have to build a dimensional portal here? Well, I mean, okay. That's, I'm completely down with that, actually. Now, given that then, requires planetary administration on the planet. This was going to be a bureaucratic hub. But might it be better given the type of world it is now? Oh, it's automatically become a rural world. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Might it not be better for us to go for research? No, I think we could, for the time being, have it become an administrative hub, and then later on shift it into a research planet, depending on where we colonize next up in that sector. Yeah, I think that's probably the better option for us. Let's make sure that you're set up for bureaucracy. Where are we? Actually, it was probably down here. Bureaucratic center. There we go. That should do some nice work for us. What's going on with Aavak right now? Oh, we're out of work for you there. I do apologize about that. I could drop down some more generator work, I suppose. It wouldn't be awful. How long until our next pop? Not too long, all things said and done. I mean, it does make sense that an empire capital would be a bureaucratic center. Perhaps, I mean, it's not like we've got much in the way of research here. We've got one research lab, and that's it. And we've got the bureaucratic leader. Actually, maybe this would be the better one for bureaucracy. For the time being, we are going to build a bureaucratic building over on New Frontiers. We'll see. We'll see how we move things around. But I think what we're going to do, we've got plenty of housing. Our amenities are amazing. Happiness is fantastic. There's no crime. So how about we get another generator district going? There we are, and just increase some of our ability to generate cash. We're no longer selling any of our alloys, which is quite nice. So we're bringing in quite a lot of alloys right now. And there we go. We've upgraded our ships as well. I mean, you know, it's all right. It's 1.5k fleet there. Right, Salty. Science ship ISS Calipus came up short with regards to its original mission of investigating possible activity on the frozen surface of Wafrid 5. There is seemingly nothing to note but ice and rock. However, Science Officer Vanya Loswin, a self-proclaimed gourmet chef and history buff, claims to have made an important discovery. A chemical compound found in the surface ice layers in several regions of Wafrid 5 is allegedly, supposedly, closely related to Eosian stellar salt, an ingredient integral to many traditional Eosian dishes, and thought extinct on Avakis. It has long been speculated that Eosian stellar salt was never native to our homeworld, but was brought to the surface by some meteorite impact in the distant past. The Science Officer's discovery on Wafrid 5 lends some credence to this theory, though Vanya Loswin leans heavily on properties described in ancient cookbooks predating modern chemistry to prove the saline collection. Whether the salt, analysed and synthesized, actually tastes like the Eosian stellar salt of old is ultimately of little consequence. Just the idea of traditional foods now possessing more historically accurate flavour profiles is bound to stimulate both the Eosian economy and palate. How savoury. Salty modifier added for 240 months, giving the following effect. Happiness plus... You know what? If this makes you happy, peeps, you go on and be happy. I'm glad for your happiness. What a ridiculous thing that was. My goodness, eh? My goodness. Right. Income transmission. Eos weaklings. Our warriors are on their way to plunder your systems. Face them in battle, if you can muster the courage, or cower in fear until they have had their fill of your riches. You can, of course, offer tribute now to spare yourselves the coming onslaught. If it is sufficient, our warriors may be compelled to turn back. I don't really want to give you anything, frankly. But at the same time, I'm constantly over on minerals anyway, so I'll offer tribute minerals, sure. A pity. I suppose our warriors will have to look elsewhere for entertainment then. Your people are safe, for the moment at least. Oh well. Honestly, odds are it would have taken them... Well, actually, they could have gone up here and caused me a little bit of problems, so maybe that was the wisest move. If they would tried to come through here, it probably wouldn't have worked out so well for them. Though our survey of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien lifeforms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Avakis. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search of strange life forms. Hooray! That chain is now complete. Right. As for you, there really should only be one of you in here, but apparently there are two. What, really? Why are there two? Okay. Well, either way, both of you, go forth, search for things in different parts of the world. You both go into the same one? Because that's just annoying. Right. Can we get in there? We can. And if we can build. Go for it. As quickly as you can now, please. If we need to, we're going to upgrade this starbase. We'll have to research it, but having the range to reach the trade in there would be amazing. Oh, but there's trade there as well. There's a lot of trade too. Actually, you know what? I think maybe we'll try and take both of these systems if we can. Drop a starbase here over our planet, and thus send any materials through the network back. That might work out for us. Our current fleet for... Oh, you're just upgrading right now. Okay, well that's fine. You carry on upgrading for now. Go ahead and finish off, and then we're starting to get close to our fleet limit. Let's have a look how much more you were due to get. Actually, only 2 more ships. That's fine. You can go ahead and you can finish up with that as well. But then I need you to return to your patrol path And patrolling that route would, in fact, give us everything we needed in terms of protection from piracy. So that isn't a bad move there. I'm reasonably happy with it,
Ship
actually.
Upgrades applied.
There we go. Upgrades applied, and some more ships being made as well. Okay, not too bad. All things said and done, but you are on your way. Who's going to get in there first? Oh, it's me. This shall be mine. You filthy scallywag. You trying to steal my world? Rightfully mine. I had eyes on it first. I didn't. You actually cleared this. I meant to a long time ago, but I forgot to. Sorry. Right, okay. Energy credits from technicians, plus 20. Now that would be nice. More power. Also, more research. Lots of things there. Lots of things. Ooh, the research one especially would be quite nice. But that energy credits. An immediate boost to my economy by 20%. That would be nice. That would be exceedingly nice. And it's the cheaper of the two, but no, we're going to go for better research. I was only mentioning earlier how much we needed that. Lapsang Prime is currently being colonized. Oh, these are happy days indeed. I think on that note, though, we're going to be wrapping up today's episode. We've done reasonably well. We are trying to search out the stars. We've got a new consecrated world up here. We are spreading out reasonably quickly. We've got another planet on the rise. Our fleet is at this point fully maxed out. We have upgraded our Federation, which is a great move, and we are a reasonable amount of the way towards the next level. Our Federation fleet is looking very nice at this point. We need to get a little bit more in there, but I think we can make that happen. As for the galactic community, the Senate is still in session. We aren't too far away from concluding this, though, and forming the galactic market. That's going to be quite a nice one to see going. But that's going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, do leave a like if you liked, sub if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.